What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's up? I debated on doing this or not, but since it was requested, I'm going to go ahead and do it and get back on JP over the weekend. This is a quick test for the Potara Category team now that Kefla is out on Global. Obviously, this is a test on a private server, so just keep that in mind. Stats may differ a little bit, but I included this Vegito instead of including Zamasu. You know, the 10% decrease to attack for super types really doesn't make that much of a difference, but just for efficiency purposes, I went ahead and just included Vegito instead. So you'll see that Rose and Goku Black are on here. I did include the super physical Super Vegito on here as well. We're gonna go ahead and start this off with the Dokkan mode for Kefla. Onto the cooler Dokkan event in Boss Rush 3. So let's see, let's start off and see what kind of damage we're looking at. I prefer to include Vegito on this team because of, just because of that passive of 30% does help, in addition to link skills to help with the key. So, I mean, it really varies on what deck you have. Candy Vegitos, qualify for this category too. So is the Strength Zamasu also. So, there's a decent variety of characters or cards that could, be included on here. But mainly just wanted to test it out with the, LR Vegito Blue on here. Obviously, for now, I'm gonna put him at the very end because I kind of want to keep Rose and Goku Black in the same cycle the whole time. So. Unfortunately, I'll just, we'll see how Rose does first. I mean, it's definitely a fun team to kind of play around and test out. Now, the question is whether, how heavy you want to go in on the banner. I mean, personally, the only reason why I spent stones on, the Kefla banner in JP was because they gave out 300 free stones. So otherwise, I probably wouldn't have spent a whole lot of stones on it. But I mean, Angel Golden Frieza is also right around the corner too, and in my personal opinion, I prefer that category team. It's a lot more versatile, and the really heavy hitters are a part of that category, like LR Broly and Majin Vegeta, and even like Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, like the Barducks. Like it's a pretty diverse team, and for me personally, I prefer that category over the Potara category. Like I said, it does range on what deck you have, but for me personally, it was more beneficial to have Angel Golden Frieza versus Kefla. In addition to that, you guys saw on JP that LR Vegito is out on JP now, and he's a Potara category leader, and with a higher percent boost. So I don't know, just keep all those factors in mind. This video is simply to showcase and display what their potential is, rainbow status. So I know I'm running through it pretty quickly, but it is a pretty efficient team. I will say that you can run through Boss Rush 3 pretty easily, barely use any items. I'm actually looking forward to being able to test, rainbowed units in, Boss Rush 4 and 5 for Global that JP got recently, but obviously that's going to take some time. But yeah, I mean, this team overall, they run pretty well with each other. For the most part, doesn't struggle with SA for every character. And like I said, I mean, these guys are all maxed out, so it's not really realistic. It's more or less just to kind of give you an idea of what their performance is on a maxed out team, I guess. And this Friends version only has an SA level of 3, so it's not gonna they're not gonna hit as high as the maxed out version. But yeah, I mean, running through it pretty quickly, we'll go on to the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku event and see how they do. And I'm also wondering, I guess they haven't released an exact date for when Battlefield is coming out for JP again. they were talking about that. So definitely some prep work's necessary for that. Luckily, I've been building my deck a little bit over time, so hopefully I have better units to actually clear all 20. I think I made it to like 18 or 19. I wasn't able to get all the way to 20, so hopefully this time I will. Alright, well, Kefla's sitting for a little bit less than $1 million. Not really anything crazy, but she is a category lead, so that's kind of the biggest benefit she has. In addition to her attack increasing with each physical key collected, her defense also does go up by 10%, so that does have, its benefits too. I know I saw it in the comments for the other video, but it's important to factor in defense increase, in addition to attack. Rose seems to be he seems like he's got itchy trigger fingers, like he's ready to blast off with additionals every time, but it was pretty funny watching that. Alright, let's see. Alright, so Vegito sandwiched between the Keflas. We'll go ahead and let the 100% version attack first. I'm not sure if the friend version will have an opportunity to attack or not, depending on how many additionals and supers that each of them do here. I mean, that is a benefit she has too, or they have, is the built-in additional ability, and then if you want to kind of level up the additional attack and then the potential system, you could hit for up to 3 times. It's funny how it's like a combination of Caulifla and Kale's skill sets. I mean, obviously that's gonna happen, but it's an interesting combination of the ability to evade and counter, as well as the additional attack ability. So it's definitely an interesting card. Again, how heavy you want to go, I mean, it's entirely up to you. Personally, I would probably wait for the Angel Golden Frieza instead and go for that one, but it all depends, like I said. Alright, looks like the Angel Goku's up, so let's see how well they do. And I'm gonna go ahead and let the Super Vegito attack first, since all the attacks are coming up front, and he's got the ability to counter and increase attack based on how many times he gets hit. Let's just go ahead and put him up front and see how efficient he actually is. So, the more attacks he gets, or they get, the better, I mean, critical's 418, and you can see the gradual increase to their attacks. So, I think the base is roughly around like 700,000 or 800,000, so it's 900,000 now, and it'll continue to go up the more time he gets attacked. I think the max was, the cap was 120%, if I remember correctly. But essentially, just one guy is taking care of all of Goku's HP here, it looks like. Yeah, pretty much Goku is done. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be... He might actually finish him off, yeah. It only took Vegito to finish off the Goku, so... In terms of efficiencies with that guy, yeah, it's definitely... if all the attacks are centralized in one location like that, Super Vegito is definitely a very, very beneficial to have. And even if it's a tough, really tough boss with, high firepower, I mean, just use like a defensive item, reduce the damage taken, and just counter like crazy, Oh, another one-shot kill there, so definitely running through it pretty fast. I think I'm going to actually let LR Vegito Blue with the Dokkan mode and see what kind of damage potential that card's going to have on this team setup. And we'll go ahead and use the Tree of Might, that way it's guaranteed Ultra. Yeah, it's been pretty busy at work for me this past week, so I'm hoping I get to wind down over the weekend a little bit, and hopefully next week isn't as busy, but it's part of life. I mean, I'm blessed with a good, decent job and, you know, having a level of income, so I'm not complaining about being busy, I guess. Alright, Dokkan mode 2.5 million, no criticals, so nothing too crazy, but nothing too bad either. Let's see if Kid Buu actually gets annihilated in one round here. It seems like, yeah, I mean, they hit hard enough to where it doesn't go longer than like a round or two. Obviously, you know, this is everyone maxed out, so it's a little bit of an unfair advantage, but it's kind of fun running this kind of team too, though. Well, it didn't even, not only did it not make it past one round, it didn't make it past one character, so that was pretty insane. Alright, well, this is probably going to be the last round or two, so I'll let Super Vegito counter and attack a little bit, and then probably finish off with LR Vegito Blue's Ultra attack, and then I don't really think Kefla is going to have room to attack. Yeah, the HP bar is definitely going to run out before Kefla gets a chance. I don't even know if Vegito Blue will. Will you look at that? Just barely enough. How considerate. Alright, so, you know, roughly about 1 million in damage, so not too bad. Definitely a pretty fun team to run. Hope you guys enjoyed the preview or, you know, showcase video for this team category. So thanks for watching, and catch you guys later.